Hello, Taurus. How's it going? Let's do reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can check out Venus if you want. If you are connected to feelings of romance this month, if you're looking at your relationship situation, your romance situation, if your Venus is in Taurus, it might resonate. For me, my Venus actually resonates with certain readers where like my rising sign doesn't resonate with them. So, you know, check it out if I have it up. I haven't been doing many readings, so you might be out of luck, but you might be in luck. You never know. Okay, let's just get going with this. I'm going to do a new spread for you, Taurus. Today is the 3rd of October. So this is going to go through the next, usually these readings go about 3 weeks, depending on where you're at. Could be 2 weeks, could be 4 weeks, but you know, around 3 weeks. All right, Taurus, I'm going to do the initial spread with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. And then we'll pull some clarifiers with the Legend of the Divine Tarot, I think. I think that's what we'll do. But I retain the right to change my mind. Okay, let's see, Taurus. Where is Taurus right now? What's Taurus right now? Got 2 cards popping out for you. Justice and the King of Pentacles. All right, this is what you're feeling. You're feeling pretty, put them right here for now. That's your now, Taurus. Okay. Feeling in control, feeling like you've got your eye on the path ahead. You've been setting yourself up pretty well. You've been managing your affairs well. Some of you may be dealing with contracts right now, trying to decide what is just. Some of you may be dealing with other people's karma. It may not be things that have been set in motion, may not have been your fault or your doing, but you're dealing with the repercussions of what other people have started. So that could be for some of you. What are you ignoring right now? I'm going to do a new spread. What is it that you're not seeing? The 8 of Cups. So what you're not seeing right now, Taurus, is the 8 of Cups. I need to move on. I need to look even more ahead than you have been as the King of Pentacles, but I need to change direction, probably move away from things that have not been working in the past. What are helpful energies for Taurus right now? What are the helpful energies surrounding Taurus right now? What is helpful to Taurus right now? Thank you, Spirit. What's helpful to Taurus right now? The King of Wands. So kind of a real energetic, moving forward energy is helpful for you right now, Taurus. This could be also somebody, a King of Wands type personality who wants to help propel you forward in a business adventure and work, in some form of matter that involves security, because you are the King of Pentacles right now. This could be a lawyer as well, since you have that Justice card. This could be legal advice, somebody that you look to for legal advice, a lawyer, a professional, a therapist, some sort of professional in your circle right now. What do you need to let go of? What are the energies that Taurus needs to let go of? You got 2 cards, 3 of Pentacles and the Hermit. So for some of you, I'm getting you really need to let go of the mindset that you work best when you work alone. I really am getting that strongly for some of you. So for some of you, that's where you're at. You need to let go of that belief that you don't either that you don't work well in groups, that you work better on your own, or that it could be, and take it how it resonates, some of you may need to be letting go of a group and taking more of an independent stand and working on your own, or moving into a more boss type position, as that King of Wands is a helpful energy. So for some of you, maybe you've been hiding your true talents from the group, and it's time for you to step up. What are the external, what's in the external for Taurus at Taurus? This is what Taurus has really no control over. What's in the external, please, for Taurus? We have the Hierophant. So this is a great time of learning for you, Taurus. A lot of lessons you're learning right now. What's the heart of the matter, though? What is it that you're learning? What's the heart of the matter here? What's the heart of the matter here? The Queen of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Cups are the heart of the matter here. So you're looking for love, happiness, happy home, happy family, feeling of security, of comfort, of support. You've been looking for it, Taurus. You haven't been finding it. And that's the heart of the matter. This has been a real karmic lesson for you with that Justice card. And I think that you're really coming to understand experiences that you've had in the past, how they've made you grow, how they've actually benefited you, how they've turned you into the person that you are now. What's the advice? What's the advice for Taurus? What advice does Spirit have for Taurus? Again, we keep getting double cards for you tonight, Taurus. You got the Five of Pentacles and the Magician coming in for your advice. So this is, as you know, I was just saying, you've been contemplating the past, thinking about how things may not have worked out for you, how you haven't reached that Ten of Cups that you've thought, you know, probably that you should have reached by now. Why haven't I achieved that Ten of Cups? I've done everything that I should be doing up until this point. I've been working really hard. I'm the King of Pentacles. I've been planning. I've been doing. I haven't been neglecting my responsibilities. I've actually taken on not just my responsibilities, but other responsibilities. And somehow, a little bit, it's made you feel bitter in some ways. Like, why am I the one that does everything? Where is my partner, right? You know, we go back to this, the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Cups. It's like, why am I the one sitting on the top of the world, making everything happen for everybody? Where is my shoulder to lean on, basically? Your advice here is to kind of, as hard as it is to let go of that feeling of sadness, that Five of Pentacles, that feeling of you try to bloom and then the snow comes and and takes away your bloom, right? It just, you know, when you feel things are going right, all of a sudden something in the external happens to knock you down, to take away the rosy bloom from your cheeks, basically, to you know, to just shake things up and make you feel like all the hard work that you've been putting in was for naught. You need to try to get rid of that feeling. I know it's easier said than done, but you know, when you have that in your advice with the Magician is reminding you that, and I know we get upset when we say we have free will and we can, you know, you create your world, because sometimes you're working really hard to create your world the way you want it to, and you're trying to think as positively as you can, and things don't work out. There's always that element of chance and luck and fate that can come in and kind of throw you off balance. That's where we have that Justice card as well. That's very much a karma card, right? Life lessons that you signed up for in the past before you came into this incarnation. And that's where we have the Magician coming in here, planning everything, creating. It's important to remember that even the disappointments you may have planned for yourself, you signed a contract, so to speak, when you came into this world to experience these events. These were events, even the negative ones, were there to teach you that Hierophant lesson, to teach you what you need to learn to move forward, to ascend onto the next experience, onto the next life, onto the next path, right? None of us really know what happens when we move on into the next world after we pass on, but we all are pretty sure that there are definite lessons that we're here to learn, things that we're here to master, and that's you as the Magician. This is you mastering all of these experiences that you have experienced up until this point in your life. We have the white butterfly here, or the white moth. It looks like a moth to me, but could be a butterfly, right? And we have the goose representing spirit, the magic wand representing your will, and the hat, things just kind of pulling things out of a hat. You do still, despite the lessons that you signed up for, you, by the choices that you make, you have the ability to transform your experiences into positive learning lessons, or you have the, you can make the decision to just kind of wallow in it. You're being told to forget about the negativity and to create the positive from these experiences. So while, yes, fate can come in and knock you for a loop, how are you going to respond to that? How do you pick yourself up? What lessons did you learn? How do you begin to change the way you perceive the world and the way you act in it, so that the next time something like that happens, you're prepared, right? You act in a different way than you did before, which yields different results. Okay, what is the final outcome for Taurus? It's the final outcome over the next 3 weeks. Again, this is just a, like 3 to 4 week spread. So I don't want us to get, too crazy here. Too many cards popping out for me there. What's the final outcome? Please, Spirit, thank you. Final outcome over the next 3 to 4 weeks, please. Okay, you got 3 cards. Let me see, because this is a lot. All right, so you got the Two of Cups as the final outcome, and then you also got the Hanged Man and the Star. So, as we were talking about earlier, I think that the Two of Cups here is really talking about looking at yourself, looking at the different aspects of yourself. This is kind of a Two of Cups in this deck is like a twins card, like they look like almost like Siamese twins, but this is looking at and they're holding those tulips, which are parrot tulips, which are birds, right? Parrots are birds, obviously, duh. Parrot tulips. And so for me, that's definitely a card of loving yourself, loving who you are at the core of your being. The Hangman talking about looking at things from a different different perspective and setting a new directive. Okay, but looking at things from a different perspective, turning things upside down, looking at the Hangman also talks of sacrifice sometimes, right? So what do you sacrifice in order to learn and to grow spiritually, like the myth of Odin, who hung himself from a tree and lost an eye so that he could gain wisdom. What wisdom have you gained from your experiences? And then the Star talking about a newfound sense of hope and optimism that you'll be coming into in the next couple of weeks with this Two of Cups. So I'm going to kind of put it like this, really, because all this reflection, look back that you're going through right now, as the King of Pentacles and the Justice card, as you as you assess your domain kind of from a karmic standpoint, you're going to really appreciate all that you've come through. It's almost going to be like this revelation to you with that hangman there, as like, wow, I kind of blocked out certain periods of my life so that I could keep moving on as that King of Pentacles, because I didn't have time to focus on it, right? I needed to keep moving on to be the King of Pentacles. And now I'm realizing all that I've been throughout my life, and I'm feeling pretty proud of it, right? Like, wow, I've actually come through a lot. I am the magician after all, right? I have actually pulled myself out of certain situations. So I think that you have a pretty freaking positive spread here, Taurus. I don't really feel like I need to pull clarifiers. I feel like I got kind of the gist of this spread right here with all of these cards right here. What I will do is I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you. I'm going to try to make these readings a little bit shorter, because I think I've been making them too long and rambling on it. So let me pull an oracle card for you, and then if I feel like we need to pull clarifiers, if something comes up from the oracle cards, then I'll pull out another deck. But for you really, Taurus, right now what I'm getting is that this is a period of assessment, of reflection. Some of you are definitely dealing with contractual issues, legal issues. Remember that your helpful energies are the King of Wands energy. So that means, that doesn't just mean going for advice from a legal professional. That also means taking control and taking charge, moving forward. King of Pentacles is slow-moving energy, slow-moving character. You need to be more that King of Wands, who, with that fiery energy, who actually moves forward and takes control. Because what you're not seeing right now, what you're ignoring, is that you do need to move on. You need to move on and not be stagnant, okay? You need to take control before the universe takes control for you. Okay, what advice does the Moonology cards have for Taurus, please? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What advice do you have for our Taurus pals? Okay, you got don't let pride get in your way. All right, if there's something that you're not doing or you're not asking for because you're too prideful, don't cut that out, okay? Let's get moving on that. I'm going to let's see. Sometimes the keywords in the book for that one will kind of come out and pop out at me. Yeah, and that's just what I'm saying. Oh, well, see. Okay, one of the things here is, one of the little bullet points is, a friendship may be ending now with that full moon in Leo. See, I knew I wanted to look into the book, and I think that ties into that Eight of Cups energy that you're not seeing. Also this Hermit mode and the Three of Pentacles, which is what you need to let go of. I think there's a situation that's ending for you. For some of you, it may be a friend group kind of situation where it's time for you to move away from that friend group in search of a new friend group. For some of you, I'm getting that it might be just kind of out of control. People may be just moving, and so the friend group that you have been used to surrounding yourself with is just going to naturally dissipate in a way. So, you know, forewarned is forearmed. For others of you, it could very much be a work situation with that contractual stuff. Your company may be going bankrupt. God, I don't know, you know, God forbid kind of thing. I don't want to say that, but you know, there could be changes within the organizational structure of the company you work for or your department, or even if you're self-employed, you could be needing to make massive changes that propel you in a different direction. So I'm getting that kind of strongly. So be aware of that. Plan for the future as need be. Okay, let me pull another oracle card from the Whispers of Nature oracle deck. I love this deck. Let's see. What advice does Spirit have? What messages does Spirit have for Taurus, please? What messages does Spirit have for Taurus as we move forward through the next few weeks? Thank you, Spirit. What messages do you have for Taurus? Okay, Taurus, you got inner truths. I'm going to read from the deck, from the book for this. It's card number 16. Card number 16, that might mean something to you in some way. Inner truths. There's a lot of depth to your feelings right now. You are on your way to understanding your feelings and desires more clearly. The next steps on your path will soon reveal themselves. There's that Eight of Cups. And I hate to pause, but the next steps on your path will soon reveal themselves. Just really describes this card so beautifully. Look at this card. I mean, she's moving forward over a river on steps, you know, those rocks. And she can't really tell what's ahead of her, but she's going anyway because she's surrounded by all this support, the beautiful swans, the dragonflies, the butterflies, the flowers that are, you know, lit up in the distance. So even though the path ahead is dark, she's still moving forward. So the next steps on your path will soon reveal themselves. Stay vigilant to new opportunities that may lead to the beginnings of novel projects or assist with current ventures. Look around you and within you. Be willing to do the work at the deepest level, as you will find jewels of wisdom, knowledge, and inner voice, all waiting patiently to assist you. We were talking about that earlier, but this, I love how this book just says everything so concisely. So be willing to do the work at the deepest level, as you will find jewels of wisdom, knowledge, and the inner voice, all waiting patiently to assist you. Nature's crystals are created deep within the earth. Go deep and find your own treasures. Gosh, beautiful. I love it. I'm going to pull I'm doing all the oracle cards today. I figure why not? Let's go with the oracle cards instead of pulling a gazillion clarifiers on the tarot cards, which I'll end up sometimes saying the same things when the original cards are pretty clear. So I got this new deck called the Tree of Life oracle cards. Sometimes they're, you know, I'm still working with the energies of this deck. Sometimes they're so out there, I don't get it. And sometimes they're right on the money. So let's see what the Tree of Life has to offer for Taurus right now. Okay, you got the Martyr. I'll put it right here. Let's see what that's all about. It's a number 10. Within the heart, a tremble is felt, and then the calm breath gives way to a sharp intake of breath. All your desires seems about to slip out of reach. If you trip at the threshold, you are lost, for your imbalance is the force which can push you witlessly into useless annihilation. Okay, interpretations of this card are: you are on a threshold, and you do not yet know if you can pass over it. There's that Eight of Cups again. Perhaps you will succeed, perhaps you will lose. Be ready to accept the result whichever way it goes. If you lose, why waste useful energy mourning your loss and forcing others to acknowledge it? It is best to move on. So interesting. That's the life task. And it says, for the possible meanings, a complaint, a person who forces their problems upon you. That's what I was saying earlier. Some of you may be dealing with karma that isn't yours, that other people have been putting on you. uncertainty, volatile emotions, which could turn negative if not restrained. So there's that advice, that Five of Pentacles and the Magician. Important that you keep a rein of your emotions and don't let them turn negative. You're going to have to be the magician and keep control of them. And the possibility of great rewards over severe losses exists right now. So the possibility of great rewards exists. I guess if you can remain positive. Yeah, this is a pretty, I don't want to say negative deck, but it definitely, I think, speaks more to kind of shadow work. Instead of being like, all love and light, which is sometimes important for us to acknowledge as well. So, for some of you, are you acting the martyr? Are you playing the martyr? Are you playing the woe is me? If so, snap out of it, basically. For others of you, you may be confronted with a person who is playing that martyr situation, or a group of people that are playing that martyr situation, and they're burdening you. I'm getting that actually kind of clearly. And they're putting all the responsibilities on you, Taurus, which can lend that kind of atmosphere can lend itself to making you get sad and depressed. But your advice is really to kind of control that. And remember, though, that you are learning a great deal from this situation. That is definitely important. You're gaining you're not just learning like regular lessons, you're definitely ascending spiritually through this experience as the Hierophant. Some of you are becoming a lot more spiritual, not just in the next couple of weeks, but it's a process that's already started for you. You're just kind of really starting to recognize how intense that process is. So from our Blue Messiah Oracle deck, you got again a number 16. So from the other Oracle deck, the Nature's Whispers Oracle deck, you got a 16, and from the Blue Messiah Oracle deck, you also got a 16. So 16 is pretty relevant for some of you. Take it however that resonates for you. You can either reduce it down to number 7, or the number 16 might have importance to you. I'm going to read from the book here for you for number 16 for the life force, and I know I'll try to put it there since I can see that it's really shiny right there. I'll pull that card out. All right. Number 16, the life force. Let's see. Okay, within every soul is a universal life force with the power to create miracles. We live in a vast sea of energy where everything in the universe, from the earth to the stars, is connected via an invisible life force. If you have picked this card, it is time to expand your understanding of this life force so you can better serve humanity as a conscious expression of love. Flowing through you, this energy never dies, but it simply morphs and transforms. When your life force energy is focused and moving through you without hindrance, there is a feeling of being in the flow. Weak life force in the body, however, can leave you feeling lethargic and uninspired. When directed by conscious intentions, this force has the power to create or destroy, empower and disempower. It all starts with your thoughts, which get amplified through your emotions and then increase in force through your actions. When your life force is in alignment with love, you become a clearer channel of creative light. Your life force expands exponentially, and you become a divine instrument for peace. When this energy is not in alignment with love, it serves only to reflect back to you the vibrations of the energy that you are transmitting. So if you're transmitting negativity, that's what you're going to get back. Pay attention to your thoughts and be the force of love that you truly are. And I think you're recognizing that, right? You're definitely recognizing that with the Two of Cups there and the Star in your final outcome. Very, very positive. This card is connected to all chakras. So your exercise is to increase your life force via meditation, yoga, or Tai Chi. So definite movements, right? Yoga, meditation, Tai Chi. Not violent, quick acting movements, but slow, controlled movements, but energetic nonetheless, right? And strenuous and strength building. Your affirmation is, I am positively raising my thought vibrations and consciously choosing thoughts that will direct the life force flowing through me with love. All right, Taurus, you know, heady stuff. We don't play games here on Rose and Pearl Tarot. We go for the jugular. We go for the deep here. I'm a Scorpio. I like to go for the deep. I just, you know, anything less than the deep is just kind of a waste of time for me. So I hope you got something out of this, Taurus. I hope this was helpful. Whatever heaviness you've been feeling, I feel like know that this is an important phase in your life, an important lesson for you to learn how to transmute any kind of negative energies that may come your way, may be thrown at you, or that you may be feeling, how to transmute them, how to turn them, just like, you know, an alchemist, how to turn them into positivity. And for these chakra cards, you got calmness. To calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. It looks like purples will be good colors for you. I think that's that rainbow moonstone. Is that what it says? Yep. Rainbow moonstone might be a good crystal for you to work with right now. Something calming. If you can, if you have that in your collection of crystals. If not, I think rose quartz would probably be also a good one right now to kind of give you that feeling that you're surrounded by love and just a nice calming energy. All right, Taurus, that's all I got for you. I'm going to end it there. If you see something in the cards or have any insight, please let me know. I love to read other people's insights. It's what makes us fun. So drop a comment below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit the like button so that I know you got something out of it. And that's it. I will catch you next time. Have a good one.